I'm sure a lot of people were paraded on the network today talking about how it's not systemic, it's Silicon Valley specific. And to a certain extent, that is true. With that said, though, Silicon Valley basically encapsulates all the things that are going on out there. A little bit of venture capital, a little bit of assets, a little bit of duration risk, and a little bit of just maybe poor risk management and not understanding what's really going on. So is that specific to them? Absolutely not. I'm sure there are bank risk managers out there scouring their balance sheet trying to figure out what's going on. But in my opinion, I mean, this is just, I don't want to say tip of the iceberg, but when there's one, there's many more. So for everybody that thought that banks were going to lead us out of that, think again.
Julie, I saw you nodding there to what Guy was saying. Carry on.
It's a safe thing to do, generally speaking. But no, I agree with Guy. You know, I think for us, banks are always going to be a hard place to invest in. It's really hard to differentiate. But again, exactly as Guy was saying, you have a duration mismatch, right? You're lending money on the long term and you're borrowing on the short term, or in this case, your depositors can be running for the doors and suddenly you have to be selling assets. So that's not a position I really want to be in. And I don't even think these banks were particularly cheap to begin with. So I think the sell-off makes a lot of sense to me because I agree it's very possible that there's going to be more. It's not technically even the only one, right? We had Silvergate. We've had others that have had problems before, too.
Tim, if the banks can't hold on, can the market hold on?
Well, I think we've at times punished the banks before we've even punished the market. And I think we know that there's a big difference between the money center banks and what's going on with some of these regional banks. I'll point out, by the way, see the KRE down over 8%. I mean, if you look at Silicon Valley Bank, it's the largest weighting in it, and you do that down 60%, you can do that math. I mean, there's at about 2%, there's 120 bips right there of this sell-off. So what's happening to the market right now, though, Tyler, is we've gotten to a place where we were looking at the market. We were saying we've got breadth. We're seeing transports. We're seeing industrials. We're seeing banks. And we aren't seeing credit explode. And so you bring it back. Everything Guy and Julie both said is this is idiosyncratic to these couple lenders in Silicon Valley Bank. Look, their venture-backed business has been contrasting dramatically. They're losing deposits. I would argue that this was a levered, mortgage-backed security holding bank in terms of their balance sheet and what they did. And I think some of that's unique to them. I do think that a lot of banks, because of what the Fed has done before they started raising rates, pushed them out the yield curve, pushed them out into asset-backed securities and things that the mark-to-market on these things will not be pretty. And in fact, that's what SVB had to do last night. They mark-to-market. So some of this is macro. Some of this is idiosyncratic to banks that I think the risk management was terrible.
Jeff, I am no expert on bank finance, but whenever you see banks going out and raising capital in the market, it's generally not a good sign.
No, it's not. But I think you do have to differentiate between what's going on with Silicon Valley Bank and what's going on with not only the six largest banks, but the other, 20 some odd largest banks in the country, too. I mean, their deposit bases are very different. Their capital positions are very different. So I've been no cheerleader of the banks at all for the past 12 months. But this does feel like a one-day sort of overreaction to what's going on. But all that being said, and back to Guy's point, I think he did hit the nail right on the head in terms of this generally being a sign of the macro times and what's going on here. So that's why I'm still really not in favor of being overweight the banks in any way, shape, or form, sort of outside of what we're talking about here with these potential idiosyncratic risks. I mean, I think the economy gets worse before it gets better. We saw jobless claims today, so maybe some cracks in the labor market. Obviously, we've talked about the yield curve ad nauseum, not necessarily a good sign. And we've already seen some of these cracks. If you go back a couple of weeks, some high-profile commercial real estate defaults. So there are things going on here. You want to be careful sort of down the cap spectrum in banks. I think their commercial real estate exposure is about 5 times as large as some of the bigger banks. So you take that all together, and I just feel like banks are not a good place to be for relative outperformance as you move through the rest of this year. This is in no way, shape, or form, at least in my opinion, some sort of crisis situation. Banks are generally in fundamentally good shape, especially the larger banks. They're generally cheap, but again, not a place for outperformance in this macro environment.